Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I will be explaining the point slope formula and how it is used, and basically how to simplify it in the form y equal mx plus c mx plus b. Alright, so remember, so the point slope formula is y minus y1 is equal to m, open bracket, x minus x1. All right, and we know that the general form for equation of a line is y equal mx plus b. All right, or mx plus c, depending on how you remember it, where we know that m is the gradient and b is the y-intercept. All right, we need to know these things, very important, gradient and the y-intercept. So for the point slope formula, as it says, point and slope. So you're given a point on the line and you're given the slope, and you're asked to write the equation of the line. All right, so let's get into it. So you're given the point 0, 4 and the slope to be -1. So you're asked to write this in the form y equal mx plus b. So let's identify what we have before we even put it into the formula. So we know that every point has two values. We have the x value, the first one, and we have the y value. All right? And we know the m represents the slope. So in this formula, we're going to rewrite it. And y1 here is basically identifying the point you were given. So y1, for our y1, we have a 4. So it's a subtract 4 is equal to m, whatever m is, -1, open bracket. We're going to write back the x because the x would be the variable of the slope. So we have to write back the x. And the x1 for us is 0. So it's subtract 0. What do we do from here? After substituting, we need to go ahead and solve for y. So our goal is right here is to always solve for y. That's very important if you want to put it in the form y equal mx plus b. So let's go ahead. So you can choose to bring over, to eliminate this -4, or you want to remove the brackets first. It's up to you. It doesn't really affect the problem. So we are going to remove the bracket first. So let's remove the bracket by multiplying whatever is outside by whatever is inside. And you hear me talk about the truck experience. You can go back to my other video in solving linear equation. You hear me talking about the truck being going to all the different stores. So a -1 times a positive x results in a -1x or negative x. A -1 times a 0 result in a 0. So you can either put plus 0 or just 0. It's up to you. So it's 0. Let's rewrite this part. Now we need to eliminate this -4. So we do the additive inverse, or the opposite of negative is a positive. So we're going to have to add 4 to both sides. We're going to have to add 4 here and add 4 here. So let's simplify. This -4 cancels this +4. So y is equal to -1x. 0 plus 4 is 4 plus 4. So this -1x can be rewritten as just -x, or you want to leave it as -1x. That's also fine. So I'm going to put the word or here. So it's y is equal to -x plus 4. and you're finished because this is in the form y equal mx plus b. And we know that, let me write it below it to show you that it's actually finished. So it's mx plus b. We know that the 4 represents the y-intercept, and we know that the m would be a -1 and the x would be the variable of the slope. So it's finished. So given a point and the slope, we can always put it in the form y equal mx plus b.